Hello, everyone. That's a little loud. I'm Jeff Sparks, CEO of Guardian Agriculture, and I have the job of kicking off this introduction to the illustrious group of companies. We have a semi-unique position in that we actually cross every one of the categories Calvin and Habib mentioned. We're somewhat industrial automation, we're somewhat health and bio, and we're actually somewhat climate. What we actually do is enable the transition to sustainable agriculture. And we do this by giving every farmer access to high quality, precise aerial application, a technology that helps them do more with less. One of the ways this happens, and there are three, is by simply not rolling a tractor over the field. By not compacting the soil, you end up with a 2 to 5% yield lift from the existing land. No additional land use, no additional chemical use. The second is by having a much tighter degree of precision and control over levers like airflow and downwash, which allows farmers to refine their chemical use and ultimately do more with it. And the third is that these systems are completely carbon-free. They're easier to use for the farmers, and they're much safer for the workers in the field. Less chemical use, higher yield, better safety, it's kind of a no-brainer, which is why you end up with about a 40% CAGR of these systems over the last few years compared with something like 7% in ground. But most of that growth has been on smallholder farms. Those are less than 5 acres. To get to commercial agriculture, AKA agriculture 50, 100, 400, 500, 1,000 acres, you need three things. You need a system that can be a drop-in replacement and do the full field coverage that farmers actually want today. You need to compete cost effectively, so you do not have any sort of cost increase. In fact, we ideally have a cost decrease. And you have to overcome the regulatory and safety hurdles that exist in developed markets. And that's exactly what we've done. We built the first system that is of a scale that's sizable enough to give farmers that full field coverage and be a drop-in replacement. It's about a 5-meter wingspan. It's hard to see from this, but it is about a 15-foot side to side, ends up with about a 25-foot swath. It carries over 200 pounds. It's also cost effective. These systems have an 80% reduction in OPEX and about 30 to 40% reduction in CAPEX. It saves farmers money. Finally, the third one, we actually are poised to become the first eVTOL company that's authorized for commercial operations in the United States. And we're poised for that because we are accepted into the FAA's IPA program, along with companies like UPS and Wing and Amazon, because this problem is real. This isn't about package delivery. This isn't about transporting people. This is about saving lives and helping farmers grow more food, and it's something farmers want. We've ended up with over $100 million of intended orders for these systems. That's the kind of sizable demand we're seeing. They're intended to compete with helicopters and with small tractors. We have an immediate path to revenue. This is not something that is going to happen later on. It's happening now. We are starting the market in 2023, and we are launching with the largest aerial applicator in the country. We also have orders from the second largest aerial applicator in the country and the largest UAV fleet in the country. And we're not stopping there. We have an even larger system in the works that's designed to compete with those large tractors and planes. It's basically just 2 of our existing systems that uses the same platform, and combined that allows us to capture the entire commercial crop protection market, while also advancing the kind of sustainability we talked about with massive reductions in fuel, chemical use, and any sort of pollution. We're raising a $30 million A round right now. We have a lead coming in. We have a second lead that has a verbal commitment. If you'd like to participate, please find me later or ask Calvin and Habib. Thank you.